Update 5.7 brings us Ephemera 7 Divine Codes and a new set of combat manuals to earn. This month we have some interesting skills on hand and we'll go through each combat manual. As always, you can use these combat manuals for merging, so pick up any for your merge projects. For our 5-star combat manuals, which cost 300 Ephemera 7 each, we have Summer Ursula, who has some really good stuff on hand. Her inheritable weapon is the Scallop Blade Plus, which grants +5 attack and speed if the foe has a penalty on them. This one isn't that reliable unless you have debuff support, but as a dagger weapon it does spread that AoE defense and res debuff after combat, which is pretty nice for subsequent battles. I would not rate this as a must-have dagger, but it's one of the few that grant attack and speed. Now, Ursula has two other skills which are really strong. First, she has Rally Attack and Speed Plus, and she can use it to proc Defense and Res Ruse 3. The Rally plus Ruse combo is great for supporting the team, and you can get both skills from Ursula. The problem is that the base Rally Attack and Speed is really hard to get. One way to get it was if you bought and still have Bridal Cordelia, who was an Ephemera manual. Otherwise, you're going to need 5-star only units. If you did want this specific Rally plus Ruse combo, Annette in the Divine Codes shop actually has both. You could save your Ephemera if you wanted some of the other units here. Now, the last skill Ursula has is Even Res Wave. Definitely not worth picking over Ursula's other skills. Next we have Summer Takumi. He has the Fishie Bow Plus, which is a bow with built-in Desperation 3. It's not super fancy, but Desperation is always powerful for squishy offensive units, and having it in the weapon slot opens up the B slot for other powerful abilities. For example, you could run it with a low B skill, or you could use the new Far Trace for Kanto. Both are viable options for cavalry and flying archers, and we just got a top tier cavalry archer in Summer Leone, who could definitely run this bow. If you have an infantry archer, you can run no follow-up to bypass follow-up prevention skills, and if you really wanted to, armored archers could run it with bolt fighter. It's a very interesting inheritable weapon to have, and I would say it's worth picking up. If you wanted to, you could also grab Fishie Bow with Glimmer and Fury 3. Both of these skills have easy to find prerequisites. Takumi will also have Odd Res Wave, and while you can grab Odd Res Wave with Glimmer and Fury 3, all of these are on low rarity units. Fishie Bow is the main reason you should buy Summer Takumi. I would say both 5 stars this time are worth grabbing, which is going to be expensive if you aren't getting the max money Ephemera 7 this month. If you can get enough Ephemera, or if you pass on one of the 5-star manuals, you can pick a 4-star common manual for 100 Ephemera each. Our Tempestron's unit for this month is Plegian M Kris, very nice Axe Cavalier. For skills at 4 stars, he offers Draconic Aura and Chill Attack 3. However, his most interesting skill at 5 stars is Speed and Defense 2. Okay, maybe not. Do not waste 20,000 feathers for plus 2 speed and defense. What you should grab is the Plegian Axe Plus, which is a solo weapon and inflicts debuffs to the foe's attack and defense stats equal to 5 plus any current attack or defense debuff on the foe. The Plegian weapons are pretty deadly, but you need debuffs on the foe for them to set up. They weren't bad weapons before, but their value has risen insanely high thanks to the new Menace C skills with their long range debuffs. If you have attack and defense menace, you can have a very nice setup with the Plegian Axe. Next is Seteth, one of our newer demoted units from last year. At 5 stars you can get Swamp and Brazen Attack and Speed 3. Brazens aren't the most used in the A slot, but they still provide a lot of stats. At 5 stars, Seteth has Drive Attack 2, which is good for an all-around buff. You can get a Drive Attack 2 from Echidna at 4 stars, which will save you 20,000 feathers though, but if you really need it, this is an option. Honestly, I would expect most players to buy Seteth if they just wanted the extra merge. Third, we got Silas. At 4 stars he has Reposition and City Stance 3. Honestly, not bad budget skills, and Reposition is always good. At 5 stars you can get Even Defense Wave 3, which is neat, and he also has the Slang Spear, which is effective against armored units. Nothing really fancy here, but every skill can be used. Fourth, we have Roy. At 4 stars you can get Shove and Triangle Depth 3. Triangle Depth is perfectly fine for budget counter units. At 5 stars, Roy has Seal Defense 3, which is not great. Only pick him up if you want Triangle Depth. Last is Soleil. I feel like she could get refined this year, and it would be interesting to see what they give her. At 4 stars, she has Blazing Wind and Drive Res 2. Blazing Wind is probably the most consistent AoE special since it hits all adjacent tiles, and it's my personal favorite. Drive Res 2 is a fine buffing skill and can lead into the joint version. At 5 stars, Soleil has Darting Blow 3, which is easy to find on other 4-star units. What you should get is the Fire Sweep Sword Plus. Unit and foe cannot counterattack. Fire Sweep weapons are nice for player face units who can double since they won't get hit back. Interestingly, if you have Nullsea Disrupt on the Fire Sweep user, it disables the penalty that prevents your unit from counterattacking. It would be pretty neat to see a weapon utilize this interaction, and since Roderick had a Fire Sweep unique weapon plus Refine, maybe Soleil could be the one to get it. That's going to be it for this month. It's going to be a tough month if you want both 5 stars and a 4-star manual, so definitely wait to see how much Ephemera 7 we get in the end. I really want both Ursula and Takumi this time, but if I had to choose, I'd probably pick Ursula first. I may skip over Plegian and Kris though, so that would solve my problems. Good luck getting what you want, and don't forget to spend last month's Ephemera 6 before it's gone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.